We're ready to go. Hey, y'all, it's time to wake up. Today I have my main man, Patrick Coleman, the proprietor of Beans and Cornbread and the coolest soul food truck on the streets. Patrick, how you doing out there, man? Are you surviving in this coronavirus?
Hey, we're doing all right, Steve. How are you?
I'm doing okay. We're doing everything via Skype, so what Detroit wants to know, we're actually doing all national interviews. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Talking to cool people all across the country with a lot of cool information. But I'm more concerned with what's going on with you. You've been a great friend to the show, to my programs, all my endeavors. Um, what is happening? How are you surviving out there?
Well, you know what? This is an adjustment for all of us. It's an adjustment for the community. It's an adjustment for us as a business, for our employees, for our customers, and we've had to make changes. And sometimes, along with crisis comes opportunity. So we've had a chance to sort of reset our business model. We are doing curbside delivery. We are still open for business. Guests can call into the restaurant, place an order, give their credit card information.
Bring your face back, Patrick. There you go. All right.
And folks can call into the restaurant, give their credit card information, and place an order with the restaurant. And once they arrive at the restaurant, we will bring it out. As you can see, we're also being safe, gloves, all of our staff wears masks. But it's an adjustment. We've had to make some adjustments with staffing. We furloughed about 2/3 of our employees, our team members. We still have about a dozen people that we're working with. There are things that we have to do as an employer, such as temperature checks, screening questions, just to make sure that everyone is safe. Distancing. When you're cooking in a kitchen, it's pretty close knit. So we've had to adjust what we do as a business, as a restaurant. But we're here. We're ready to go, and we're ready to take your phone calls. If you want great soul food, we are here.
Patrick, you're not only a restaurateur, you're a bar owner. The sidecar had become the place to be in Southfield after work for African Americans. One of a couple places to be, but it was definitely right up near the top. When you get to reopen, because you will get to reopen, do you see the sidecar, which is a small place, and the charm of it was it's so small and you're so packed in there. Do you see that opening anywhere near where it was?
Well, you know what? Initially not, Steve. And Sidebar is very intimate. It's a very intimate space. And, with distancing, we are going to have to limit the number of people that are in Sidebar. But I tell you what we've done as a business. We just applied for an off-premise license along with this carryout. Having the ability to serve beer and wine, I think, is going to be a boon for us.
Wait, what is an off-premise license?
Well, it's an SDM license, so it allows us to sell beer and wine to go. And we haven't received the okay from the Liquor Control Commission, but we're looking forward to that. And we want to make it convenient for our guests to not only order great food, but also their favorite bottle of wine that maybe they used to drink in Sidebar. So as soon as we have that up and going, you'll be one of the first to know. But Beans and Cornbread, as a restaurant, is very intimate. It's 72 seats in the dining room. Initially, I'm sure that restaurants will probably open at anywhere from 25 to probably 50% capacity. So that's going to be an adjustment, to our business model. Allowing people to come in and, 2 people come in or 2 people leave, 2 people can come in. So it's all going to be an adjustment, and it's going to be pretty interesting, Steve.
I saw a restaurant in Georgia, is it? It's one of those places, Georgia or the Carolinas, that is actually using bath curtains to section off the area to maintain social distancing. And they figure they can spray down the bath curtains after the people eat dinner. So, Chris, I'm not eating dinner in a bath curtain. I'm just not going to do it. But I do want to say this. I was reading in Bloomberg News that a lot of restaurants are going to have to open up at 50% capacity. Can Beans and Cornbread and the operation that it's become sustain itself with 50% of capacity?
Well, we've always had a very strong carryout business. Carryout has been 36% of our business for years. So we had a leg up, on this in terms of carryout. We continue to operate in a carryout capacity. At 50%, sure. At 25%, it's going to be pretty rough. It's going to be extremely rough. But I think initially, until we see this decrease in COVID cases, I think in order to keep our staff safe and in order to accommodate our guests, I think for the unforeseen future, we are going to keep it as a carry-out restaurant. You'll still be able to, get your great food, but until there's a decrease in numbers, if the governor decides, next month to open up, we're going to watch the numbers. We're going to let science dictate when we reopen.
Okay. I mean, because a lot of restaurants, especially in Georgia, are just going for it. They're just going for it opening. They have the social distancing. What they're finding is that the patrons are the ones dictating whether they're really open or not.
Oh, and absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I think there's a pent-up demand. I mean, our Mother's Day was an extremely busy day. And there is a pent-up demand for people to get out of the house and for people to go out and dine. Again, we are going to operate from a carryout standpoint until this sort of phases out. We just want to make sure that everyone stays safe. And again, we'll let science dictate. But we're open. We never close. We've been here, and we're ready to go.
Next question I have for you, Patrick. You and I have often talked about the impact of the legalization of marijuana on your industry from a pure staffing point of view. The marijuana sales have shot through the roof since the stay-at-home order was put into place, and it's anticipated that once it is lifted, it's going to go even higher. Do you anticipate having trouble attracting quality staff members when they can perhaps make more in the marijuana industry?
You know what? In this business, it's always, trying to find, hardworking people that have the passion and dedication. It's always been sort of a struggle at times. Being in the restaurant business is hard work. Hiring a cook, being on your feet for 8 to 10 hours is very, very hard work. There are so many things that we compete against. A guy today can turn it on and accept rides. We compete with that. The marijuana issue, you know what? We don't test for marijuana, but clearly there are folks that are using this. It's going to present some challenges for all industries, not just the restaurant industry. Right now, one of our challenges is calling people back to work, believe it or not. So
what do you mean?
Well, with unemployment and the federal stipend, you're almost competing with the federal government, because some folks would rather continue to collect unemployment than to come in and be employed, gainfully employed. So we're having some challenges there, but we have a wonderful staff of people that we're working with and have been working with since the governor's first executive order I mean, they're phenomenal people, and they're working hard, and they're making sure that things get done on a daily basis. So, you know, I think all industries are going to have a challenge with, you know, with marijuana.
Okay. Patrick Coleman, one more time. Tell us when Beans and Cornbread is open and how we get our Subway burrito. What is that burrito I like, that vegetarian thing?
The Harlem burrito.
The Harlem burrito.
with the Spanish Harlem salsa.
Yeah,
So,
baby.
yeah, and that's taken from, you know, Aretha Franklin's one of her tunes. But Beans and Cornbread is at 29508 Northwestern Highway. We're in Southfield. We're between 12 and Inkster. Our phone number is 248-208-1680. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. You can also go to beanscornbread.com. Pretty soon you'll be able to order online. Our hours of operation, Sunday through Thursday, are 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. and Friday 11 a.m. until 8 p.m. and Saturday noon until 8 p.m. So give us a call. We got all your favorites. We've got everything but the kitchen sink. We've got lobster tails. We've got our catfish. We have our rib tips. And of course, you know, Steve, that a soul food restaurant is measured by the size. So the baked macaroni and cheese, collard greens, all your Southern favorites, come get them. Give us a call.
All right. Patrick, it's good to talk to you. I got to figure out what I'm going to do about my Southfield election show. They got some hot races in Oakland County this summer, and usually you're my go-to guy. You're my Oakland County spot. I don't know what I'm going to do. But anyway, we'll talk to you, Patrick Coleman. Thank you for joining us today. And you all, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for waking up.